Did he mean, he meant this? Oh, duh, I didn't even notice it at first. So there's this, to here, to here, to here. These lanterns that just happen to be here. Spire Grove. Oh!
You're too young to be a crater in the dirt.
I'm gonna be honest,
Al, are you breathing? Say something.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was gonna ask him about my Raptidon mating call, but now it feels like that's not appropriate.
Jackson! Jackson! Twitch your broken legs if you can hear me, Jackson! 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 Twitch your broken legs if you can hear me, Jackson!
It wasn't the fall that killed him. It was a sudden stop at the end. Wow. What a what a time to make a joke I have, huh?
Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your jawing. This ain't the time. Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall?
Yeah, I don't think so. Why would anyone attempt to jump like that in the first place?
He thought those boots would make him fly, but they really just allow the user to jump repeatedly. Unless their downward velocity is too great. If so, well, you see what happens.
What are you doing up there anyways?
Dying, actually. Dying in a fairly slow, agonizing manner. We've been stuck atop this machine since Ida, one of our new Protectorate acquisitions, had her gray matter scrambled by the height, jumped down, and landed right in its gears.
Scrambled her brain. You're not that high up.
I can't fathom no sensible motive. She joined us shortly after Auntie liberated her with the freedom of meritocracy, and she seemed happy enough.
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject. It was part of the endless inculcation we endured in the Protectorate. It can prove insurmountable for some.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder, it's just impossible to cognize.
All right, well, how can I help you?
The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to gather a piece of machinery we'd spotted on a little table halfway up the spire.
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can push the platform's arm hard enough to, well, to grind old Ida out of the gears.
Though the power of that overloader will deluge the system and, well, overload the drive and burn it out all permanent-like. But desperate times and all that.
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our two former cohorts.
All right, so take the boots, bounce up the spire, grab the gadget, and bring it to you.
Exactly.
All right. Well, how am I supposed to put my faith in something that just killed your friend?
Because he had no idea how science works and thought the word thrusters meant he could fly. So when I told him to jump, he opted for open air instead of where I told him to go. They're experimental. We'd not laid eyes on them before, But the data we found with them says they were actually designed to let people hop their way up the spire. If you activate the plasma thrusters when you're already airbound, they could give you a fair bit of extra boost. It should let you turn a quick hop into a surprisingly grand vault.
Plus, you'll have the advantage of practicing with them on solid ground, rather than up in the blue. Should give better habituation than poor Jackson.
All right, Space Ranger check. Fear not. Heroes like me are trained to use technology that hasn't even been imagined yet.
What? But that doesn't make any... Look, are you gonna help us or not?
This does make me wish there was a voice protagonist, because it's giving Silver Shroud. Indeed. I'll take a few moments to master your boots and then rescue you shortly.
Thank the Sovereign. Thank you, stranger. We are eagerly anticipating a long life, utterly absent of starvation.
Okay. That gives me another quest. Really love getting just quests dumped on me, don't we? Can I finish the one I'm already on first, please? You guys ain't going anywhere, so I will be right back. I want to finish the quest here. Okay, that starts a final death for gravity. 2 Auntie's Choice employees are stuck high on a damaged harvester in Spire Grove and need you to bring them a drive overloader to get it working again. Okay, well, go ahead and take the boots off of his body. The p.a.l.e, the p.a.l.e, a pair of plasma thruster boots, or boot attachments, that grant their user the ability to jump in midair. Warning, thrusters fail to fire at too high of falling velocity. So now, my plasmatic augmented leap enhancer, my p.a.l.e. Are they auto-equipped or? They are. Bourbon, and a shot of bourbon, and a bourbon chaser. Get the door. I haven't seen The Mummy in a long time. I freaking remember binging the hell out of that. It's not unique, but I will take it. Sneak attacks, because I chose to not go that route. And it didn't even matter. The practical application of sweet berries. But does this have nothing to do with with the quest I'm on? Okay, I thought it would have to do with these boots. Tell me he can get up here anyways. Oh, okay, there's where she fell in. Alright. Should I take her arm? I kind of didn't want to pick it up, because if it's part of another quest. But I will pick up the Grizzly's severed arm. It's not the best choice. It's Cleo's choice. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Okay. So you guys want me to jump up to you. Okay. Yep, I got it. Parkour. Well, before I go up there, is there anything? There's a house. I'm gonna be right up. I swear. Don't jump off. I just need to loot your homes. Your Sherlock Holmes. I will be definitely taking that. I need some to? Ida's datapad. When Auntie and her scrub muckers invaded, most loyal subjects gathered rifles and garrisoned Eden as though steadfast spines and devoted hearts were a match for military proficiency and prowess. It was inspiring, but ultimately futile. I aimed to make my end worthy of the faith the sovereigns placed in me. The 3 human husks found atop the nearby picker platform presented my fullest levy to the effort. I've played a role as I plotted, earned the trust of the corporatists and turncoats until I was sure my sacrifice would account for them all. Just as the stand reaches its apex, I will toss myself into the primary drive spur and bind the pinions with the very fiber of my ever-devoted being. Hopefully, my laugh will echo in their corrupt capitalistic skulls as they parch and starve atop the platform. Die in wasting agony, you mercenary vermin. Ida Rutledge, faithful subject, the Protectorate. Y'all didn't read this note she just had sitting on here before you went up there? Why does Ida get a house? No one else gets a house. I'm liking these beetle harvesters, though. Yeah, why did Ida get a house? Okay. Harvest drone. Another destroyed harvest drone. Oh god, it's just you two. Yeah, he really could have just gone did.
They're found in bandages and burn tinctures.
Pruned vines. These lush, thick vines are clearly being cultivated for their utility, but you lack the knowledge to make use of them. Thanks. I'm a literal professor, but thank you, I guess.
If you don't have that drive overloader, ascending may be a waste.
I know, you're just telling me make sure I don't miss the item that I'm climbing up here with. Got it. Hey, yellow, because I didn't know what direction to go. This is how you do it properly, though, right? Not the yellow paint, the yellow walkways. Like, and there were some moments in Still Wakes the Deep where it didn't fit, but using yellow tarps on a ship, or not a ship, what is it? It's a oil rig thing. It makes sense. So the yellow doesn't, like, yellow paint just doesn't work in a lot of settings. So using the yellow this way is just the proper use of it. Because it's just the ground being painted without it looking like the ground is intentionally painted. Wait, so these are berries. These things that I thought were rocks, they're berries. Berries and what? Shut up. Hey guys.
That's it? It was that easy?
Sir, we crack open a room temp tin of war spores.
Yeah. I'll be with you in a sec. I didn't hop all the way up here to not loot your shit. So... berries and what? I like the, where he just gets more and more sad because they're not telling him. Berries and cream guy. I don't know why, but it's just funny to me. Tell me. Tell me. Okay, guys, I have looted your building.
We've certainly found our way into a most harrowing circumstance, At least I'm glad I'm not alone.
Okay. I found Ida's datapad. Turns out she was trying to kill you and Oscar. I don't even know his name's Oscar. How do I know his name's Oscar? Because it gives me your last names. I know you're Liza because he called you Liza. Did you call him Oscar?
Poor Ida. She wasn't able to overcome a lifetime of protectorate programming. Well, thanks to you, she failed. And that's one last insult to the Sovereign I'm happy to oblige.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about your friend Jackson. Losing a compatriot is never easy.
He hadn't been here terribly long, so we weren't particularly familiar. Like me, he was also former protectorate. But he was not raised in Fairfield, so we'd never met before. Still, he seemed like a friendly, kind sort. Albeit a headstrong one. I'm sorry he's gone.
I didn't know him. Well, try to keep calm. I'll be back later.
Please do hurry. I've lost count of how many meals we've missed, but it is closer to many than a few, and we're starving.
I was like, why am I coming back later? It means I have to go put the thing in. That's what it meant.
That was some impressive climbing. Poor Jackson could have learned a thing or two from you. Starting with the right direction to jump, I suppose.
All right, well, now let's see about bailing you out, shall we?
Wonderful. Get us down, and I'll happily compensate you in accordance with standard Auntie's Choice urgently improvised extortive standards.
Sounds good. I'm assuming I just put it here. The harvester's lifting armature has ground to a halt and needs a drive overloader to allow it to push through the obstruction. Hey, I have Brilliant. Regulate the drive overloader to prevent it from burning out the system. I have Brilliant, right? I chose that? After enhancing the limiting circuits and tweaking the system's motivators, the harvester should be able to remain functional after using the drive overloader. Of course I have. Why is there an escape pod on this screen? Because they only, I guess, had one screen texture, so they have to put that there. That's fine. Lower the harvester. I can hear that squelching. Oh, God.
You're really something else, stranger. Thank you for getting us down.
Oh, thank the law. I never thought of myself as a vertiginous sort, but being trapped 100 meters in the air will make you reconsider.
I mirror that sentiment, to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that freedom?
I really don't feel like you do have that freedom, and that if you did say that, you would get re-indoctrinated. I'm glad you're happy, and as a bonus, I also adjusted the system so it didn't burn out.
So the platform still works? That's amazing. Not that we'll be going up in it again. For that, you deserve a little extra on top of your urgently improvised extortive rate. Thank you again for all your help.
That finishes that off. Oh, plus I got molecular finder. Don't know what that means. Inventory. Molecular target finder. It has a range scanner. Is it always active, or do I have to activate it?
Thanks again for getting us off that literal ledge. Though with our gratitude meaningfully expressed through the requisite bits, I'm not sure we have anything more to discuss.
Thanks.
You're really something else, stranger. Thank you for getting us down.
No problem. I did take Ida's arm. He landed right on his face. Yeah, there were 0 raptidons here, but alright.